Benimaru Shinmon is one of the most powerful and compelling characters in Fire Force. He's the captain of Company 7 and known as the King of Destruction, a title earned through his overwhelming strength, combat prowess, and fiery abilities. Benimaru isn't just a fighter, he's a complex character with a rich backstory, a mentor, and a protector of his community. Let's dive into what makes Benimaru such a pivotal figure in Fire Force. Early life and background. Adopted by Hibachi Shinmon. Benimaru was raised by Hibachi Shinmon, his adoptive father and master, who was a renowned pyrokinetic. Hibachi trained Benimaru in combat from a young age, pushing him to his limits. He was taught not just to fight, but to be a protector. Benimaru's bond with Hibachi was strong, yet he always felt the pressure to surpass his master. Training and hardship. His training was rigorous. He didn't just learn martial arts. Benimaru learned to channel and control fire. By the time he was a teenager, he had surpassed many of his peers, including his adoptive father, in both physical strength and pyrokinesis. However, his need to prove himself and exceed Hibachi's legacy stayed with him. The origins of the King of Destruction. As a child, Benimaru's potential was recognized by many, and it wasn't long before he became the strongest fighter in Asakusa. His title, the King of Destruction, wasn't just given to him. It was earned through his ability to destroy anything in his path, both with his hands and his flames. Becoming captain of Company 7. Joining Company 7, Benimaru becomes the leader of Company 7, a special Fire Force brigade based in Asakusa, a district known for its rich cultural heritage and eccentric, tough-minded people. The people of Asakusa have a deep respect for Benimaru because of his strength and his role in protecting their community. A loner with strong leadership. Despite his immense power, Benimaru is not one to be swayed by the political games or drama of the Fire Force's central leadership. He's uninterested in the evangelist or the white-clad, preferring to focus on protecting his people and training his brigade. His disinterest in the grand schemes of the other brigades sets him apart, making him a bit of an outsider, but also someone whose loyalty lies only with his brigade in Asakusa, his brigade's unique culture. Benimaru's leadership style is unconventional. He's not the kind of captain who offers speeches or gives moral support, and his speed is heavily influenced by Benimaru's teachings. Benimaru doesn't just teach Shinra the practicalities of pyrokinesis. He helps him understand how to connect his abilities to his emotions, instincts, and mind. The contrast between their approaches highlights Benimaru's wisdom and experience, Benimaru's struggles and inner conflict. The shadow of Hibachi. One of Benimaru's biggest internal struggles is living up to the legacy of his adoptive father, Hibachi Shinmon. Despite his overwhelming strength, Benimaru always feels that he has never truly surpassed Hibachi. This struggle is most apparent when Benimaru faces Hibachi's doppelganger, an entity with the same fighting abilities and strength as his master. It's a pivotal moment where Benimaru realizes he has truly surpassed Hibachi in both power and spirit. Confronting his doubts. Throughout the series, Benimaru is confronted with his doubts and his desire to be the best. He grapples with whether he has truly earned his title as the King of Destruction, and if he can truly protect the people he loves. These doubts come to the forefront in his battle against Hibachi's doppelganger, where he faces the brutal reality of surpassing his master. The moment of triumph. When Benimaru defeats his master's doppelganger, it is not just a physical victory, it is a symbolic moment where he acknowledges that he has become his own person, no longer living in Hibachi's shadow. His Crimson Moon's Sunwheel technique is the culmination of his growth and his acceptance of his own power and identity. Benimaru's role in key arcs. The Asakusa arc. During the Asakusa arc, Benimaru takes center stage in protecting his district from the infernal threat and maintaining order. His actions, while destructive, are aimed at preventing further chaos, and he shows just how far he's willing to go to protect his people. His resolve to lead and defend Asakusa makes him a heroic figure in this arc. The Holy Sol Temple arc. Benimaru's role as Moonlit Mask during the Holy Sol Temple arc is a critical moment where he steps out of his usual comfort zone. By going undercover, he helps the 8th Brigade escape the dangers surrounding them and confronts the white-clad head-on. Benimaru's ability to adapt and fight in disguise shows his versatility and his loyalty to his allies. Benimaru's legacy and leadership. A reluctant king. Despite his incredible strength, Benimaru's greatest challenge is his responsibility as a leader. He's the ruler of Asakusa, yet his reluctance to embrace a traditional leadership role showcases his internal conflict. He may be the king of destruction, but he also must manage the expectations placed on him as a protector of his people. The final word, Benimaru is a character who constantly evolves, whether through training his brigade, facing his fears, or embracing his destiny. His journey is about accepting his power, overcoming his past, and becoming the man he was always meant to be. He remains a true protector, always pushing forward, no matter the cost. Closing thoughts. Benimaru Shinmon's story is one of growth, power, and introspection. As the king of destruction, he's not just a powerful fighter, he's a mentor, a protector, and a leader. His arc explores the challenges of legacy, strength, and identity, making him one of the most fascinating characters in Fire Force.